Hi guys, it's Jay again. So, my little brother will be starting high school this year, and besides that making me feel old, I've actually been thinking about some of the things I'd like to tell him as tips for his high school life. Now, there's a lot, and I think anyone who knows me will know that there's a lot of advice I could give, there's a lot of tips I could give, but today I just want to focus on three simple ones that I think anyone would find useful, whether it's high school you're starting or college even. I could say that these were important for me to be aware of in college days as well, my college days. And so here we go. Number one is don't be so serious. Maybe this is specifically aimed towards me, but that's just because if I think about it, okay, when I was in high school specifically, I was just way too serious. I was way too serious. My fellow classmates in school, friends even, were actually afraid to tell me some things because I was that serious that they thought I would shout at them. But I definitely think that if I look back to my high school days, I have relaxed so much. And I think it's just something that I realized as I got older as well. There's no reason to be so serious. Being serious kills your inner child, and we don't want to be killing anybody. um, so yes, that's a simple one, but it's very true. And I think for some people, their education becomes such a serious thing that they forget to actually just enjoy the ride, just enjoy their time there. And when I remember being in high school, there were a lot of people who had left high school who always used to tell me, just enjoy those years. You'll never get them back. And it's true, you don't get them back. I'm not saying I would want them back, but looking towards the future and how I want to be in the future, even how I've changed recently as well, I really think I would have been happier if I wasn't as serious and stoic as I was in the past. Number two is have fun. Responsibly, I have written in brackets, but have fun. Just have fun, because when I look back, again, this is all me looking back, I'm not the type, and I haven't ever been the type to go to a lot of parties and to be wild and drinking with friends. I've never been that type of person. But I wish I would have maybe been loose enough to actually have fun. I was so tightly wound that I forgot, hey, I'm actually just 15. I'm 16, I'm 17. Like I will never get the years back to behave just like a child, really. And I know those are the years, those teen years specifically, are the ones that people say to you, you need to grow up, or you're getting older, you need to become more mature. But that's not true. I really think, I spoke earlier on about not letting the inner child die. That goes with having fun as well. Just allow yourself to go out there, see things, be with people, because it's those experiences that help you build your foundation in your social skills. And definitely after high school, you'll need that because you deal with so many different people. You will go to places and you'll be in situations where you're dealing with so many different kinds of people. You need to know how to tolerate certain behaviors, to tolerate certain things that they may say to you. And I know someone may be wondering, how does that come from having fun? And that leads on to my next point. point number 3 is just be you. At the end of the day, your teen years are all about finding out who you are. And honestly speaking, it's not just the teen years, it goes into your 20s. For some people, they spend their entire life trying to figure out who they are. And at the end of the day, though, you just trial and error your way through it, really, because there's something I always say to people who I can see are so consumed with trying to follow a certain person, or maybe they have someone who inspires them and they want to be more like them. I always say to those people, no one can be you. No one can really be the embodiment of who you are except yourself. So why spend any amount of time trying to walk in another person's shoes when you have your own waiting for you? And when you step into those shoes, there's a whole other path in front of you. There's a whole journey ahead of you. And that is your journey. No one else can go on it. No one else can enjoy it the way you can. So just be you. Don't be afraid of peer pressure. Don't be afraid of feeling like you need to follow the trends. Just be you. I'm glad to say that when I was in high school and even when I was in college, I was always myself. I studied beauty therapy, okay, in college, and obviously that's a kind of class where everyone's dressing up. Most people are dressing up every day. The girls are wearing makeup on a daily basis. And honestly speaking, I was not ever really that kind of person. I would be coming to class in my tracksuit pants and a hoodie, and that would have been my freaking uniform for college. And everybody in my class knew that. But at the end of the day, I was me, and I was happy being me. So that's also another benefit that you get from just being yourself freely. You can feel truly happy when you are yourself. And that is so important because happiness is not a destination, it's a decision. And that is really, really true. You decide to be happy. And you can't really be happy trying to be another person, trying to follow the steps of another person, living in the shadow of somebody else. But if you're yourself, if you are truly gliding through the world, being you, you start to see things differently. You start to see things in a more colorful way, in a more unique way, because you're seeing it through your own eyes. So sorry to go off on a tangent there, but I really feel that's a very important point, especially to me, because I was always someone who stuck out a lot because I never really followed anyone or trends even. So I think it's important. Just be yourself. Don't ever feel the need to be somebody else, to try and follow somebody else's lead, or try to live in a world that isn't your own. You know, it's a negative connotation. It's considered a negative connotation to be in your own world. But how else will you learn how amazing your life is if you're not in your own world? Obviously, everything in moderation. You don't want to be so much in your own world that you're not aware of the people who love you and the people who you love and what's happening in their lives. But really speaking, please, guys and girls, don't be afraid to be yourself. I cannot stress this enough. It is so important. And as you get older in life, as you mature, as you have more experiences, you really begin to see the value of being you and how important it is. That is it for this video. I just want to say thank you so much again for sitting it out with me through this video, through this chatty kind of talk. And I would like to please ask if you can subscribe and like, and why not leave me a comment about what you think. In fact, if you'd like to, share some tips as well for some people, for the young ones going into high school, going to college. It can be some pretty nerve-wracking stuff. So why not spread some positivity? Okay, so thank you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.